You know that moment when you bend down to tie your shoes, and suddenly you feel your belly pressing in a little tighter than it used to. Or maybe your favorite shirt doesn't sit quite right around the middle anymore, and it's not because it shrank in the wash. The truth is, after 60, belly fat creeps in quietly. And what's more frustrating? You're not eating much differently. You're not moving less. Yet somehow, it shows up anyway, stubborn, silent, and hard to shake off. But here's something most people never tell you. It's not just about aging. It's about inflammation, hormones, and even your gut. And thankfully, all of that can be nudged in the right direction, simply by choosing the right foods. Yes, you heard that right. No starvation, just real everyday foods that work with your body, not against it, to flatten the belly, calm inflammation, and reset your metabolism the natural way. So in today's video, I'll walk with you through 8 powerful foods that science has shown can melt away belly fat, gently but surely, especially for those of us in our 60s, 70s, and beyond. Stick with me until the end, because food number 7 might surprise you. It's a simple pantry item that most people ignore, but when used the right way, it can do wonders for your waistline. And if this topic speaks to you, if you're tired of fighting your belly fat alone, leave me a comment below. I'd love to know your story. Also, hit that like button and subscribe to Health 365 so you don't miss any of the practical, senior-friendly health tips we share here every day. All right, let's start with something as comforting as it is powerful. Something you can sip today, right after watching this video. There's something comforting about a warm cup of green tea. It's gentle, earthy, and feels like a small act of care for yourself. But here's what most people don't realize. Inside that calm little cup is a fat-fighting powerhouse, especially for belly fat that loves to cling to our bodies after 60. Now, this isn't just old wives' wisdom. It's backed by science. A study published in the Journal of Functional Foods in 2016 found that drinking green tea high in a compound called EGCG, short for epigallocatechin gallate, significantly reduced belly fat in adults over the age of 55. Why? Because EGCG helps your body break down fat cells more efficiently, especially the stubborn ones that sit deep in the abdominal cavity. But that's not all. Green tea also gently boosts your metabolism. As we age, metabolism slows, sometimes by as much as 10% each decade after 50. That means your body burns fewer calories, even at rest. Green tea helps wake up that engine again, without the jitters of coffee. One of my neighbors, Mr. George, 71, used to struggle with bloating and that heavy belly feeling every evening. He started drinking 1 cup of green tea after lunch. Nothing fancy, just a simple brew. And after a few weeks, he noticed his pants fit looser and his energy returned in the afternoons. If you're wondering how to get started, it's easy. Brew a fresh cup of green tea, not bottled or sweetened kinds, just real leaves, steeped in hot water for 3 to 4 minutes. Drink it between meals, ideally after lunch or mid-afternoon. And remember, don't add sugar. A little lemon? That's fine. But keep it simple. And while green tea is powerful, it works best as part of a full support system. So let's add something hearty and grounding next. Something you can eat in the morning that scrubs your gut and calms your belly. Now let's talk about something humble, filling, and often underestimated. Oats. Not the sugary kind in colorful boxes, but real, whole oats. The kind you slow cook in the morning or soak overnight in your fridge. These little grains are like a broom for your belly, gently cleaning out what doesn't belong and keeping the fat from settling in. What makes oats so special for belly fat? It all comes down to one key nutrient, beta-glucan, a powerful soluble fiber that acts like a sponge in your gut. When you eat oats, beta-glucan forms a gel-like substance that traps bad cholesterol, balances blood sugar, and, most importantly, keeps you feeling full for hours. That means less snacking, less insulin spikes, and less fat being stored around your middle. There's a 2018 study from Nutrients Journal that followed older adults who added just 1 serving of oats per day to their breakfast. After 8 weeks, not only did their waistlines shrink, but their inflammatory markers dropped too. That's important, because chronic, low-grade inflammation is one of the key reasons belly fat gets harder to lose after 60. Let me tell you about Ms. Barbara. She's 68 and used to skip breakfast or just grab toast. But after switching to a small bowl of oats with warm almond milk and a few pumpkin seeds, her digestion improved. She stopped having that sluggish mid-morning crash. And yes, she started fitting back into her garden jeans. So here's what you can do. Choose whole oats or steel-cut oats, not the instant kind that often come with hidden sugar. Cook them with water or a non-dairy milk and add your own natural toppings: cinnamon, chopped nuts, or a few slices of banana if you like. No need to overthink it. The key is consistency. And while oats lay a strong foundation for the day, there's a creamy fruit that can give your belly even more support, especially when it comes to fighting cravings. Now let's get to the fruit that many people still wrongly fear: avocado. Yes, it's rich. Yes, it's creamy. And yes, it's full of fat. But here's the twist. It's exactly that kind of fat that helps shrink your belly after 60. See, the fat in avocado is called monounsaturated fat, the same type found in olive oil. This fat doesn't get stored around your waist. Instead, it helps regulate your blood sugar, keeps hunger hormones in check, and even targets visceral fat, the dangerous kind that wraps around your organs and silently raises your risk of heart disease and diabetes. Don't just take my word for it. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Nutrition followed older adults who added 1 avocado per day to their diet. After just 12 weeks, participants saw a measurable reduction in abdominal fat, particularly in women. But the benefits weren't just cosmetic. They also saw improvements in insulin sensitivity and gut microbiome balance. My friend Mr. David, 66, used to struggle with cravings. Chips, crackers, sweets between meals. It added up. But once he started adding half an avocado to his breakfast, usually mashed on toast with a squeeze of lemon, those cravings faded. He told me, "I finally feel full without feeling heavy." If you're wondering when to eat avocado, the best time is in the morning or at lunch, when your body is more insulin sensitive. Pair it with eggs or oats, or even blend it into a green smoothie. Just avoid mixing it with fried foods. That cancels out the benefit. And while avocado calms your hunger and belly from the inside, the next food works deeply in your gut, helping your entire system burn fat more efficiently. Sometimes, the battle with belly fat isn't really about fat. It's about what's going on in your gut. And that's where Greek yogurt steps in, quietly but powerfully. This isn't just a snack. It's like sending good soldiers into your digestive system to help restore balance, reduce bloating, and yes, shrink that stubborn belly. Greek yogurt is rich in probiotics, the good bacteria your gut loves. After 60, your gut microbiome often changes. Stress, medications, less movement, and processed foods can all throw it out of balance. And when that happens, your body starts to hold onto fat, especially around the waist, while digestion slows down and inflammation creeps in. A study published in Obesity Research and Clinical Practice found that older adults who consumed probiotic-rich yogurt daily saw significant improvements in abdominal fat loss and waist circumference compared to those who didn't. Not only that, but their digestion became more regular and they reported fewer sugar cravings. Greek yogurt is also high in protein, which helps maintain lean muscle, a key factor in keeping your metabolism strong as you age. And more muscle means more calories burned, even while you rest. I remember Ms. Carroll, 70, who always felt sluggish after meals. She used to avoid dairy, thinking it caused her bloating. But once she switched to plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt, her energy picked up and her belly became noticeably flatter. She now enjoys a small bowl every evening with a few walnuts and a drizzle of raw honey. So, what's the best way to eat it? Choose plain Greek yogurt, not the flavored kinds packed with sugar. Enjoy it as a light dinner or a snack before bed. It supports your gut while you sleep, and that's when your body naturally resets and burns fat more effectively. And speaking of sleep, the next food we'll talk about actually works with your body's natural rhythms to target deep, hidden fat. And it comes straight from the sea. Let's dive into the ocean now, because what you eat from the sea can make a world of difference for your belly. I'm talking about fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. These aren't just delicious. They're some of the most powerful foods to fight the real enemy behind stubborn belly fat after 60: inflammation. See, the fat around your middle isn't just sitting there, it's active. It sends out inflammatory signals that disrupt your hormones, raise your blood sugar, and slow your metabolism. That's why belly fat gets harder to lose over time. It becomes a vicious cycle. But fatty fish contain something that breaks that cycle: omega-3 fatty acids. According to a 2015 study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, omega-3s were shown to significantly reduce visceral fat, that deep, dangerous belly fat that surrounds your organs. The researchers noted not only fat loss, but improvements in insulin sensitivity and even mood, all from just 2 servings of fatty fish per week. I remember Mr. Frank, 72, who had been told by his doctor that he was at risk for metabolic syndrome. He didn't want more pills, so he made a simple change: grilled salmon every Tuesday and steamed sardines on Saturdays. Within a couple months, his waistline started to slim down, but more importantly, his blood tests improved. His doctor was stunned. So here's your gentle action step. Aim for 2 servings of fatty fish each week: grilled, steamed, or baked. Just avoid frying it. If you don't enjoy fish, you might consider a high-quality fish oil supplement, but real food is always better when you can. And as we cool down from the warmth of the sea, let's turn to something earthy, vibrant, and green. Food that keeps your digestion moving and your belly from bloating. Now let's step into the garden, because sometimes the simplest things growing from the ground hold the greatest healing power. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, mustard greens, or bok choy aren't flashy. They don't make big promises, but inside your belly, they do quiet miracles. Especially if you've been feeling heavy, bloated, or just off. These greens are incredibly low in calories but packed with fiber, magnesium, and vitamin K, all of which support digestion, reduce bloating, and help regulate insulin levels, which is crucial because high insulin encourages belly fat to hang on. Many older adults don't even realize their blood sugar is slightly elevated. Not enough to need medication, but enough to make weight loss nearly impossible. In fact, a study published in Diabetes Care found that older adults who consumed more leafy greens had better insulin sensitivity and lower waist circumference, even without making any other lifestyle changes. That's the power of plants working with your hormones, not against them, My neighbor, Ms. Linda, 69, used to complain that she always felt swollen in the evening. She thought it was salt or carbs, but after adding a simple salad with spinach and olive oil before dinner each day, her bloating eased within 2 weeks. Her pants fit better. But more than that, she said she finally felt light again. And the best part? You don't have to eat a mountain of greens. Just a small handful added to your plate, gently sautéed with garlic, blended into a smoothie, or tossed in a salad, can begin to shift things inside you. As the greens gently clean out your system, there's another simple ingredient, often hiding in your kitchen, that turns on your fat-burning switch and helps your belly shrink, drop by drop. You might already have this sitting in your kitchen, tucked behind the soy sauce or next to the cooking oil. Apple cider vinegar. It smells sharp, tastes even sharper. But what it does inside your body is surprisingly gentle and powerful, especially when it comes to melting away the kind of belly fat that clings tight and doesn't want to let go. Here's how it works. Apple cider vinegar contains acetic acid, which has been shown to reduce fat storage, control appetite, and improve metabolism. But more interestingly, it helps lower blood sugar after meals. And that's where the magic happens. Because when your blood sugar spikes, insulin rises, and your body stores more fat, usually around your belly. In a randomized controlled trial published in the Bioscience, Biotechnology, and Biochemistry journal, adults who consumed just 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar daily saw significant reductions in abdominal fat and waist circumference over 12 weeks, even without changing their diets drastically. Their triglycerides also dropped, which means better heart health too. I know a retired teacher, Mr. Richard, who started taking 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar diluted in warm water every morning before breakfast. At first, he said it was strange and sour, but after a week, he noticed less bloating. And after a month, his belt went in by a notch. It became part of his daily rhythm, like brushing his teeth. But a quick word of caution: never drink apple cider vinegar straight. It's too harsh for your throat and can damage your tooth enamel. Always dilute it in at least half a cup of water. Some people like adding a bit of lemon or raw honey to make it easier to drink. And now that we've covered drinks, greens, and rich omega fats, let's return to something incredibly simple, something you might already eat but didn't realize could be one of your best belly fat burning allies. There's something timeless about cracking an egg in the morning. It's familiar, it's nourishing, and if you're over 60, it might just be one of the best ways to flatten your belly naturally. Eggs are rich in high-quality protein, which your body uses to build and preserve lean muscle. And the more lean muscle you have, the more calories you burn, even while resting. But the real secret lies in the choline found in the yolk. Choline is a nutrient that helps regulate fat metabolism and turns off the hunger hormone ghrelin, so you feel satisfied longer and eat less throughout the day. A 2020 study published in Nutrition Research followed adults over 60 who ate 2 eggs every morning instead of toast or cereal. After 8 weeks, they had significantly reduced belly fat and reported higher energy and less snacking between meals. Their cholesterol? Still within healthy range, proving that for most seniors, eggs are more friend than foe. Take Ms. Susan, for example. She's 65 and used to believe eggs were bad for the heart. But once she started eating boiled eggs with sliced avocado and a sprinkle of black pepper for breakfast, she noticed a huge change. "I don't even think about food until lunch," she told me with a laugh. "And I've gone down 1 dress size without trying." If you're unsure how to eat them, keep it simple. Boiled, poached, or lightly scrambled in olive oil are best. Avoid frying in butter or bacon fat. And don't skip the yolk. That's where choline lives. 1 or 2 eggs in the morning can set the tone for your entire day. And with that, we've come full circle. From tea to oats, from greens to yogurt, from vinegar to fish, all leading to the simple egg that reminds us, real food still works. So there you have it, my friend. Not a magic pill, not a strict diet, just 8 simple, real foods. Most of them you probably already know, working quietly with your body to help you feel lighter, stronger, and more in control of your belly again. You don't need to overhaul your whole life overnight. You don't need to cut out everything you love. You just need to start where you are. Maybe with a warm cup of green tea tomorrow morning, or switching toast for eggs, or adding a handful of leafy greens to your dinner plate tonight. These little steps might seem small, but over time, they add up. They tell your body, I'm still here. I still care. I'm still choosing life. And that matters, especially after 60, when too many people around us give in to the idea that growing older means growing heavier, slower, or weaker. But that's not your story, not if you don't want it to be. You deserve to feel light in your body, clear in your mind, and proud when you look in the mirror. And the path to that doesn't start with guilt or punishment. It starts with nourishment, kindness, and knowing which foods truly serve you. If this video gave you even one helpful idea, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What food are you going to try first? Let's share and support each other. And don't forget, hit the like button and subscribe to Health 365 if you want more down-to-earth tips like this to help you stay healthy, energized, and confident at every age. You've still got so much life ahead. Let's live it well, belly and all.